Welcome to the Comeback Playbook, a digital podcast unpacking re-entry, resilience, and civic leadership. I'm MJ Evans, Central Florida City Manager for Kings and Priests, National Director of Insurance Operations, and founder, president, and executive director of the Comeback Initiative Network, Re-Entry Workforce and Leadership Development, Inc. And this conversation is personal. It's not theory, it's not branding, it's not something I read in a book and decided sounded good. It's a journey, a real one, built through pain, reflection, discipline, and transformation. For a long time, I thought progress meant movement on the outside, a job, stability, respectability, a routine, a paycheck, people looking at your life and saying, he's doing well, and all of that matters. But what I've learned is that you can rebuild your life externally while still carrying internal patterns that are dangerous, destructive, and deeply unresolved. Real comeback isn't just about where you live, what you earn, or what title you hold. Real comeback is when your mind, your spirit, your reactions, and your leadership begin to come into alignment with the life you say you want to live. There's a moment burned into my memory, a conversation I had with my sister. I don't remember what we were talking about, but I remember her tone, or what I perceived as her tone. And in a single instant, I snapped. I didn't raise my voice. It was worse than that. It was this cold, hard edge in my words that cut right through her. I saw the shock in her eyes. Then it turned to hurt, and then she started to cry. And the man who frightened her with that tone, that was me, over nothing. And that's when I knew something was deeply wrong inside of me. That moment stayed with me because it exposed something I could no longer deny. I had changed some things on the outside, but I had not yet done the work on the inside. And the truth is, moments like that don't come from nowhere. They come from conditioning. They come from pain that was never processed. They come from survival habits that may have once protected you, but now show up in places where they don't belong. And if you don't confront them, they will eventually confront you. If you looked at my life from the outside back then, you'd see a success story. I had been home for about a year, established myself in a career, was financially stable. But that was just the exterior, a framework. Inside, the whole house was falling apart. What I need people to understand is that the residue of a past life, especially one that spans decades, it doesn't just disappear because your circumstances change. I was conditioned to see the world through a lens of survival. Every interaction was a potential threat. Every slight, real or imagined, was disrespect that had to be met with overwhelming force. So while I was financially free, mentally I was still a prisoner to my own reactions. And when you're living like that, you may look functional to the world. You may even look successful. But success without healing is fragile. It only takes one moment, one conversation, one trigger for the cracks to show. I had to face the fact that if I didn't build a new internal structure, then the old version of me would keep trying to run a new life with an old mindset. And that combination is dangerous, because eventually, unhealed reactions will sabotage healed opportunities. And then I was introduced to Dr. Robert Watkins and the Kings and Priests organization. Now let me be clear, this isn't hero worship. This is about recognizing a blueprint, a system for manhood. Dr. Watkins wasn't just giving speeches, he was providing a brotherhood and a structure for real, actual change. Kings and Priests taught me one of the most valuable lessons of my life: control. It taught me discipline. It gave me the space, that critical moment to just breathe between the spark and the explosion. Through the weekly calls, the mentorship, the accountability from men who just refused to let me fail, I started to unlearn the man I was forced to become and truly learn the man I was created to be. It taught me how to be bold in my faith and my convictions, how to stand for what is right, not through explosive reactions, but with a steady heart. It gave me the courage to fear no man, but only God. That kind of transformation doesn't happen in isolation. It happens in structure. It happens in accountability. It happens when somebody sees more in you than your past and then refuses to let you settle for less than your calling. It happens when discipline becomes stronger than impulse. It happens when brotherhood replaces isolation. It happens when you stop asking, "How do I survive this moment?" and start asking, "Who am I becoming through this process?" Kings and Priests means everything to me right now. It's not just something I'm part of, it's something I stand on. It represents manhood, structure, and purpose. It's about me holding myself to a higher standard, being accountable, and growing into the man I'm called to be. It's brotherhood, being surrounded by men who are pushing forward, not making excuses, and staying aligned with mission and discipline. For me personally, it's also about leadership. As Central Florida City Manager, I'm not just showing up, I'm building, connecting, and helping other men step into who they're supposed to be. It's about impact, not talk. Kings and Priests is how I move. It's how I think. It's how I lead. And that matters because transformation is never just about you. When a man changes, his family feels it. His community feels it. His leadership feels it. His language changes. His reactions change. His standards change. His vision changes. And that's what civic leadership really means to me. Not just holding a position, but embodying a responsibility. Not just speaking about values, but living them consistently enough that other people can trust what they see. That man, the one who could frighten his own sister with his tone, he doesn't live here anymore. Kings and Priests help me replace him. Replace him with a king who can lead his life with wisdom, and a priest who can guard the well-being of his family. And I don't say that as somebody claiming perfection. I say it as a man committed to process, a man committed to growth, a man who understands that real strength is not found in intimidation, but in self-mastery. Real strength is being able to pause, to discern, to respond instead of react, to lead with conviction without being ruled by anger, to carry power without abusing it, to be firm without being destructive. So if you're listening to me right now, and you know there is an area in your life where your reactions still control you, I want to encourage you not to hide from that truth. Name it, confront it, build a system around it, find accountability, find structure, find people who won't just applaud your potential, but will challenge your patterns. Because transformation is possible, but it rarely happens by accident. It's a lifelong process, of course, but for the first time, I feel like I have the right tools for the job. So, here's a question I'd like you to think about. What is the one reaction you have that you wish you could control? And what system are you building in your life to change it? This is the Comeback Playbook. Thank you for listening.